Welcome. In this lecture, we're going to walk through installing the Eclipse IDE for our development environment. So first, open up your internet browser and go to the website https://www.eclipse.org/downloads. So once the page loads, look for the Get Eclipse IDE download button right here and go ahead and click it. It should automatically download the correct version for your operating system. If it does not, select Download Packages to select the specific version of the IDE for your operating system. I'm on Windows, so I'm going to download the x86-64. This will take you to the download page. Go ahead and click Download. Eclipse is a free foundation, so if you would like to donate, go ahead. Otherwise, just wait for the file to download, and then go ahead and go to the folder to install it. So we'll go to our Downloads folder. So in our Downloads folder, we have our executable Eclipse install JRE Win64. Go ahead and double-click it. Now that the Eclipse installer has opened, we now need to select the workspace environment that we want to install for Eclipse. So since we're working with Java, we want to install the IDE for Java developers. If we're working with websites or building any web services, we would want the Enterprise Java Web Developers. If you're doing C or C++ development, you have two other options for that. There is one for PHP and many other development environments. And that's kind of the beauty of using Eclipse. It's an open source tool that can be used for just about any type of software development. All right, so we're going to select the Eclipse IDE for Java. We'll start there, and we're going to change the installation path. So we actually already have Java 19 installed, so we want to make sure we're going to C, BBD, installation languages Java 19. That's good. However, we want to change the install folder to be our development path as well. So we'll click the little folder icon here, and we're going to go to our BBD folder, which is going to be C, BBD. So we're going to go into the installations folder here. So in our installations folder, we already have our languages folder for Java. We need to create a new folder though for our IDE. So we'll create a new folder and type IDE. And we will hit enter. And we want to go into our new folder here, IDE. All right, we're going to select folder and we're going to come back out here. And we're going to add an additional path to our installation. We're going to now type Eclipse. All right, we're going to want to create a start menu entry. That's up to you, and create a desktop shortcut. So now we're going to click install, and this will put Eclipse into our C BBD installations IDE Eclipse folder. So we'll click install. And next we have our standard user agreement license. Just go ahead and click accept. Once Eclipse has finished installing, you will get a launch icon. So go ahead and click launch. And let's ensure that Eclipse is installed correctly and will open. So you should see an Eclipse logo and you should see some version underneath. In our case, we're using the 2023 March build. Now, the first thing it's going to do is Eclipse is going to prompt you for a workspace. This is going to be where all your project and files are going to be stored on your local file system. So like before, we're going to change this to browse, and we're going to go to our BBD directory. So it'll be C BBD, and we want to select code. And go ahead and click select folder. So now we have selected our C BBD code folder. So now anytime we create a new workspace or make changes to our code, it will be saved to our working folder, our C BBD code folder. Go ahead and also check to use this as the default. This way you won't be prompted to select a workspace every time you open up Eclipse. And go ahead and click launch. So when Eclipse opens for the first time, it's going to open you up to the welcome screen. Now this is an interesting little page that will give you an overview of Eclipse. It'll kind of walk you through creating projects, checking out projects. It has some interesting tutorials, some samples. So this is a good place to start if you're new to Eclipse or just new to the IDEs in general. For now, I'm going to go ahead and just close this window by clicking the little X on the tab here. And now it's going to open up our default workspace. So we have our little package explorer up here where we will see our projects that we're working on. We have some tabs down here, which I'll go over later, and an outline here, which will actually show us what is in our project. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that Eclipse is working correctly. So we need to do two things. The first thing we need to make sure is that Eclipse is pointing to the correct Java installation path. So the first thing we need to do is go up here under Windows, Preferences, and over here in the tree, we want to look for Java and expand that. And we want to look for Install JREs. So go ahead and select that. Let me maximize this. So under Install JREs, we see Java 19, which is our default. It's checked. And we just want to make sure that the installation location is going to be our path C, BBD, installations, languages, Java 19. Sometimes if you don't select your Java installation path, it will either install Java for you, or it's going to install a default runtime environment, not the JDK. So always check this first under any new IDE build or installation that you do. All right, everything looks good here. So let's hit apply and close. So now that Eclipse is installed, let's create a new Java project. So we can click create a new Java project here, or we can go under file, new Java project. All right, so let's create a new Java project. So our project name is going to be Java Control Statements. We want to use the default location. So this will be under C, BBD code, Java Control Statements. We want to use the execution environment JRE. So since we verified that we have installed Java SE19, we'll select that. Project layout, create separate folders for source and class files. Yes, leave that checked. And then down here under modules, uncheck create module info.java. We don't really need that. And then click finish. All right, this will create our first project here, Java Control Statements. We can click the little arrow button here to expand it out. And you see we have two things under our Java Control Statements project. We have our JRE system library. So it's telling us that this is a Java project. And we have a source folder. All right, so let's create our first Java class in our project. All right, so we want to select our source package, right click, new. We're going to do a new class. We want it to be in the source folder Java Control Statement source. For now, we do not want a package name. We'll just do default. Our name can't be empty, but our name here is going to be Hello World. So our modifier will be public and none. Superclass by default is object. We want to check the public static void main, and we'll uncheck inherent abstract methods. All right, so our code is going to look like this. We're going to have source folder, Java Control Statement /source, default package, blank, no enclosing types. Our name is going to be capital H for hello, capital W for world. Our modifier is going to be public. We're going to leave none by default, leave superclass alone, Java lang object, and we're going to tell it to create a public static void main for us. So go ahead and click finish. So now we have our first Java class. We have public class hello world, public static void main, string args, and it gives us a to-do, just reminding us that we have to add some code here in order for our class to do something. So we'll remove this comment, and we'll add our system.out. Now, one of the nice things about using an IDE is it can give you shortcuts to help quickly write your code. So if I do system dot, it's going to give me a list of all the options or all the methods that are available within system. So I can do system.out, print line. So see, there's all these prints. We need print line. So we'll select print line. And I want to add the text hello world, just like we did in the first Java development course. So now I've added a command to my main, we can actually now go and run this class. So to run a class within Eclipse, you can do it a couple different ways. We can come up here to the little run icon and just click it, and it'll run our hello world. We can right-click on our class here, and we can select Run as Java Application. Or we can right-click within the code itself and also do Run as Java Application, and we'll do that. So once you run the program, you'll see a little console pop up down here that actually gives you your command line output. In our case, hello world. So from now on, we're going to be using Eclipse to create our projects and our classes within Java.
Well, hello, this is Rob with Developreneur, also known as Building Better Developers. Wanted to announce that we have school.developreneur.com. Feel free to check it out if you like any of this information, any of the content that we've sent, and you would like to see more. You can come out, you can enroll for free. We have free courses. We've got places for you to get better at just learning a technology, our how-tos. You can work on your business skills. We can help you with becoming a better developer, as in coding and things like that. A lot of the stuff you've seen on YouTube, we also have out at school.developreneur. We just have it in a little more of a educational format and a way for you to track your progress as you move forward becoming a better developer.